pé máa jókòó mọ́lùkò mórí ni. Má pé kó tẹ̀lé mi ká lọ jẹ̀gbádùn ara lájò ara jẹ́ àgbà. Pátí tán pè mí yẹn mi ò fẹ́ lọ tẹ́lẹ̀ o. Ìgbà tí mo gbọ́ wípé Paramount òun ló fẹ́ ṣeré. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí sídó tẹ́rì yẹn ó máa ń pa mí bí ọtí. Mo sọ wípé tán bá sómi o máa yá ẹja. Àti pé tí n bá torí iṣu jẹpo má dẹ̀ torí epo jẹṣu má torí àkàndé yábàásì máa yá adé pàtì. Torí bí àkàndé yábàásì ó bá ti gbé ṣeré
tó bá ti bọ́ pẹ́rẹ́.
Àìmọye ọdún ò sí ibẹ̀ ìròyìn a máa lọ. Torí bí tí Paramount ó bá ti ṣeré. Àìmọye ọdún níbi tó ṣeré yẹn wọ́n máa ròyìn lọ ní. Ibi kìnìún bá lúgọ sí o àkàndé aṣáájú. Ẹranko kẹranko tó kọjá òní ibẹ̀ wọ́n máa ṣe bá fún mi. Dádì mọ́ mi o ẹ jẹ́ kájọ débẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kájọ débẹ̀ kí wọ́n má jẹ́ ìmáyé. Tí n bá gbọ́ wípé sí ló ṣeré.
Èmi gangan mọ̀ ẹ́ débẹ̀ jó.
Tí n bá gbọ́ wípé sí ló ṣeré.
Èmi gangan mọ̀ ẹ́ débẹ̀ jó.
Èmi gangan mọ̀ ẹ́ débẹ̀ jó.
Èmi gangan mọ̀ ẹ́ débẹ̀ jó.
Èmi gangan mọ̀ ẹ́ débẹ̀ lá.
Èmi gangan mọ̀ ẹ́ débẹ̀ jó.
Má lọ mú gbogbo burúkutu má jẹ́ gbogbo mú ńlá.
Àwa ń gbádùn, àwa ń yọ́pà, ẹ lè tẹ̀lé wa débẹ̀. La máa bùlá gbogbo, la máa bùlá gbogbo wọ̀rọ̀kọ̀ la máa bùlá.
Mo sọ nínú rẹ́kọ̀dù mi tó kọjá lọ ìyẹn ojú Èkó. Mo sọ wípé àkọjá ìwé mi mo kì í jọmọ rápálá.
Ojú líkì.
Mo ní àkọjá ìwé mi mo kì í jọmọ rápálá. Ẹ̀kejì ìwé mi mo fi jẹ́ bàbá Egúngún. Ẹ̀kejì ìwé mi mo fi jẹ́ bàbá Egúngún. Mo ní pé ẹ̀kẹta ìwé mi làlájì àgbà. Ẹ̀kẹta ìwé mi làlájì àgbà. Ẹ̀kẹta ìwé mi làlájì àgbà. Ẹ̀yin ayé ló sọ pé mi làlájì àgbà. Ẹ̀yin ayé ló sọ pé mi làlájì àgbà.
Àwọn ayé ló sọ pé, àwọn ènìyàn ló sọ pé, èmi làlájì àgbà.
Amúlùdún dòṣùpá o, amúlùdún dòṣùpá ó tàn mọ́lẹ̀ fáráyé ó dòṣùpá o, amúlùdún dòṣùpá o, iléeṣẹ́ rédíò tó táwọn òyò àwa làgbà lọ́jọ́ gbogbo 99.1 FM. Àtàwọn yẹn.
Ibikíbi lákòókò yóò. Ẹja amúlùdún láyé ń bá kétékété. Moniya láwa ń bàdàn. Ẹja amúlùdún láyé ń bá kétékété. 99.1 àwa la jẹ́ nọ́mbà 1. Bá ń jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ bó ti ṣe lọ pẹ̀lú àwọn ètò tó táwọn yọ àtàwọn ìròyìn tó fọgbọ́n yọ àti ìpolówó ọjà tó mú ní ìta lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ àwa la nìyẹn. Ibikíbi lákòókò yóò.
Tariffs on US imports to 84%. The commentary is on noting federal government's step on the increase of core members' monthly allowance. Join us on Instagram and X at Radio and for Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Nigeria Network. Now, details of the news. The Minister Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, has called on Western Central African Customs Services to evolve a time-efficient trade facilitation process to deepen African resilience to global economic uncertainties. He called in a keynote address at the 4th Conference of Development Partners of the World Customs Organization for Western Central Africa in Abuja. In response to the deeply troubling series of attacks and killings that have plagued some communities in Plateau State, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has ordered the immediate and comprehensive deployment of police tactical assets to the affected areas of the state. He explained that the action underscores the police force's resolve to restore peace, ensure the safety and security of all residents, as well as bring perpetrators of the heinous crimes to justice. IGP Egbetokun tasked the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations, DIG Kwaji Yakubu, to lead and coordinate the critical intervention with significant reinforcement aimed at effectively curbing the incessant attacks in Bokos local government area and surrounding communities. In a statement, the IG of Police maintains that the force remains fully committed to working in close collaboration with the Plateau State government, community leaders, other security agencies and relevant stakeholders to restore lasting peace and stability on the plateau. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has reiterated Nigeria's commitment to global climate change initiatives to engender sustainable practices in the nation's aviation industry. Speaking during a courtesy visit by the House of Representatives Committee on Climate Change at the ministry's headquarters in Abuja, Mr. Keyamo said the aviation sector was pivotal to achieving Nigeria's climate goals. He stressed the importance of innovation and fuel efficiency in reducing emissions, adding that collaborative efforts with the National Assembly will strengthen policy frameworks aimed at environmental sustainability. In his remarks, Chairman of the House Committee on Climate Change and Security, Mr. Kama Nkemkama, lauded the ministry's strategic contributions to national development in line with the Climate Change Act 2021, which provides a solid framework for Nigeria's journey towards sustainable development. Nigeria has reaffirmed its commitment to the One China policy, declaring Taiwan an integral part of the People's Republic of China. Chairman of the House Committee on China-Nigeria Parliamentary Relations, Mr. Jafaru Yakubu, stated this in Abuja following remarks by the head of Taiwan's trade mission in Nigeria, Andy Yi-Ping Liu. Liu had claimed that Taiwan is not part of China, a statement Mr. Yakubu dismissed as propaganda. He pointed to the United Nations Resolution 2758 of 1971, which recognizes the People's Republic of China as the sole representative of all China, including Taiwan. The lawmaker said Nigeria has upheld the One China policy since establishing diplomatic ties with Beijing in 1971 and described Taiwan's attempts to challenge this as futile. Mr. Yakubu, who also condemned comments as a deliberate attempt to interfere in China's internal affairs and strain Nigeria's relationships with Beijing, emphasized that Nigeria's partnership with China is based on mutual respect and non-interference.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
Oh, he was nearly caught off guard. Is that a goal? That's a goal! They've given
It's back, better, bigger, and tastier. It's the Nigeria Professional Football League live on Radio Nigeria Network. Radio Nigeria, in partnership with the Nigeria Professional Football League, is bringing live football commentaries of the Nigeria Premier League to your homes and phones. It's a delicacy you don't want to miss. For sponsorship and advert placement, contact Grace on 0803 703 4303, 0803 703 4303, or make a dash to the Sports and Outside Broadcast Directorate, Radio House, Abuja, NPFL, and Radio Nigeria Sports, a partnership for the football delight of all Nigerians. FRCN Sports, connected through sports, uniting the nation.
Hooray! It is the 14th convocation ceremony of the National Open University of Nigeria, and the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Olufemi Peters, on behalf of the Governing Council, Senate, management and staff of the university, is inviting the general public to the special event coming up on Saturday, 12th April 2025 at the university headquarters in Abuja and the 36 states of the Federation. Venue is the Convocation Arena of the university located in Jabi, Abuja, and time is 10 a.m. Graduates should note that invitation to the on-site activities in Abuja is exclusively limited to all graduates in the FCT, first class, award winners, postgraduate diploma graduates, and PhD graduates. All other graduates outside of the FCT are to attend the ceremony at the study center in their respective state capitals. Oladipo Ajayi, Registrar, Announcer.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
Good to know you're there. It's 6 minutes past 4 already. As earlier mentioned, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, has called on West and Central African Customs Services to evolve time-efficient trade facilitation process to deepen African resilience to global economic uncertainties. He made the call in a keynote address at the 4th Conference of Development Partners of the World Customs Organization for West and Central Africa in Abuja. Mr. Edu said with a population of over 450 million people and with combined GDP of $900 billion, the African region played a significant role in the world's trading space and needed to enhance collaboration to increase GDP of member countries to reduce poverty.
We need to focus more on regional trade under the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. That is the path to resilience. The problem is that intra-regional trade is just about 12% of our total trade volume, compared to in Europe 60% and even in Asia over 40%.
Mr. Wale Edu further urged the customs services of West and Central Africa to brace up to the global-based time of 24 hours customs processing time instead of the current 12 days. On his part, the Controller General of the Nigeria Customs Service, Mr. Bashir Adeni, observed that the current state of customs operations in the region was experiencing many challenges that impede trade facilitation.
In Nigeria, we have successfully deployed the indigenously developed Google platform, enhancing our digital capabilities for customs processing. We have established technical interfaces with other government agencies involved in trade. We are deploying advanced scanners at our major ports, significantly enhancing our non-intrusive inspection capabilities.
The Vice Chairman, World Customs Organization and Director General of Mali Customs, Mr. Amadou Konate, who spoke through an interpreter, said the conference provided a platform to consolidate the mobilization of partners and performance of customs administration. The Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment has inaugurated its reconstituted Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit, ACTU. At the inauguration in Abuja, the Permanent Secretary, Ambassador Noor Arimi, said the initiative aligned with the federal government's zero-tolerance policy on corruption. Ambassador Arimi charged members of the newly constituted Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit to approach the assignment with all seriousness and courage it deserved to nurture a culture of honesty and due process in the ministry.
I'm confident that your experiences, dedication, and patriotic spirit will drive the effective execution of your responsibilities. I know it's not easy, but please bear it in mind. There must be a sheriff in town. We cannot be lawless. For us to have a good society, we must abide by rules and regulations. Our conduct must be regulated, and there should be no fear or favor.
The Chairman, Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, represented by Director, System Study and Review Department, Mr. Olusegun Ade-Gibi, commended the Ministry for deeming it necessary to inaugurate this internal mechanism of ACTU, as it would help the management of MDAs to build systems and processes that are open and transparent in line with global best practices. The immediate past chairman of the Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit in the Ministry and Director to Industrial Inspectorate Department, Semaila Ibrahim, thanked the Ministry for the opportunity given them to serve and prayed that the incoming chairman would take the unit to greater heights. Newly inaugurated chairman of ACTU of the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, the Director of Promotion and Discipline, Human Resource Management, Mohammed Tanimu, who spoke on behalf of his team, pledged to operate an open-door policy to justify the confidence reposed in them.
For the outgoing chairman, I will continue to knock at your doors, both office and home, to seek for your counsel. The secretary, I will meet you in your office, even in your palace, guide the new ACTU members. And for the comrade, you need to support ACTU and support leadership of the permanent secretary and the directors in the ministry.
High point of the inauguration was the handover by the immediate past to the new chairman. Manager Relations and Sustainable Development of Renaissance African Energy Company Limited, Mr. Igo Welly, says the company is committed to empowering host communities and promoting local content in the country. Mr. Welly, who made this known in Port Harcourt, River State, during a stakeholders' engagement with host communities, insisted that the energy company would prioritize integrity and accountability in its operations. Gabriel Ukuchiku tells us more.
Having perfected the acquisition of SBC and consequently the operations of Shell, NNPC joint ventures, Renaissance African Energy Company Limited put up the inaugural engagement with key stakeholders in their operational areas in River State to introduce the new company to them and unveil the logo. Manager Relations and Sustainable Development, Renaissance African Energy, Mr. Igowele, who expressed optimism of the capacity of the company to attain new heights in the oil sector, assured the stakeholders that Renaissance African Energy will take into consideration the yearnings of host communities to facilitate development of localities. Represented by Mr. Evans Kurukubo, Mr. Nwele promised that the company will be transparent in her operations, saying that channels of communication will be opened to enable all stakeholders be on the same page.
We have unwavering commitment to building positive relationships with our stakeholders, unwavering commitment to responsible operations and environmental stewardship, and an unwavering commitment to community development.
Reacting to the development, the paramount ruler of Rumamasi, Eze Ezebunwo Adele, admitted that the community enjoyed good rapport with Shell, but requested that the new company offer permanent employment to the youths.
I believe that with this company coming in now, my community and other community involved will have a staff of their company, and we'll be very grateful if they can do that for us.
Similarly, the chairman, Community Development Committee, CDC of Mbesileru Community, Dr. Promise Iwezo, emphasized the need for the new company to improve on what the previous operators did and be intentional in the development of the people and the areas.
We are believing that where they stop, they should improve on the lapses if there is any and do better, like the development of the community, for the women, empowerment of the women.
The respondents requested that Renaissance African Energy, being managed by Africans, create room for more local content consideration. The stakeholders' engagement is expected to go around all the states where the company's operations cover. In Port Harcourt, Gabriel Okechukwu, Radio Nigeria.
From there to Borno State, the governor, Babagana Zulum, has appealed to the federal government and the Nigerian armed forces to take all necessary measures to tackle the renewed Boko Haram insurgent attacks on communities and security establishments across the state. The governor made the appeal during the special expanded Security Council meeting, summoned to find the root causes of the recent resurgence of Boko Haram activities in the state and some parts of the northeastern region. Shiroma Ibrahim filed in the report.
Governor Baba Ganazalam said the resurgence of the activities of the insurgents is a source of serious concern for the government and the people of the state. He noted that his administration had been very supportive of the military in the fight against Boko Haram and other related terrorists, leading to the relative peace in the last 3 years. He, however, lamented that the recent attacks and the dislodgement of military formations in Wajiroko and Sabongari in Dambo local government area will go in Gamborungala and Izge in Goza local government area, among other related killings of innocent civilians and military personnel, represent a serious concern and a setback in the fragile state of Borno and the entire northeast.
The recent escalation of Boko Haram attacks across the state is a matter of utmost concern. There is urgent need for aggressive military action and actionable intelligence to counter the insurgency.
The Sheikh of Borno, Dr. Abubakar Ibn Umar Garba Lamin El-Kanemi, speaking on behalf of the traditional leaders, commended the sacrifice made by the security operatives in the state toward the restoration of relative peace. However, he called for the restoration of civil authorities in Guzamala, Abadam and Marte local government areas, and equally appealed for the rehabilitation of deplorable federal roads across this state. Briefing journalists after the meeting, the Commissioner, Minister of Information and Internal Security, Professor Usman Tar, said that the heads of the participating security agencies have assured the Security Council that the ongoing counter-insurgency operations will be intensified with a renewed effort focused on ending the menace of insecurity in Borno and the Northeast in general. The special expanded security meeting, chaired by the state governor, also had in attendance the head of the security establishment in the state, led by the theater commander of Operation Harinkai, Major General Wadi Shaibu, traditional leaders led by the Sheikh of Borno, and some members of the Borno State Executive Council. In Maiduguri, Choma Ibrahim, Radio Nigeria.
In a bid to ensure sustainable growth of democracy in Nigeria, participants at a political summit in Abuja have advocated government support for independent democratic institutions. Deputy National Youth Leader of Labour Party, Dr. Barry Johnson, while addressing the gathering, called on the federal government to take urgent steps to restore stability in the nation's polity to enhance her democracy.
Help rebuild Nigeria by making sure that every democratic institution is independent enough to work. River State is one of the trouble zones. I think Mr. President should have a second thought as a father of the country to stabilize democracy of the polity.
For the Secretary of the All Progressives Congress in the FCT, Mr. Usman Karishi, there was a need for Nigerians to give the present administration time to fulfill its campaign promises.
Tinubu is a leader with a political will, ever ready to take some drastic measures, politically, economically, and otherwise. So we should please give President Tinubu more time on his reform agenda.
On his part, convener of the summit, Dr. Rufus Ebegba, emphasized the need to ensure rapid economic growth of the nation through deliberate efforts at ensuring availability of electricity. Our correspondent reports that the summit brought together representatives of political parties and other key stakeholders in the nation's democratic process. To health. Major stakeholders at a meeting on phasing out unfortified oils have cautioned Nigerians against the use of non-fortified and unbranded oil. They also advocated a revised national large-scale food fortification policy. Odugbe Aduluju, who attended the meeting, reports.
The meeting, which was organized to facilitate a shared understanding of the public health risks associated with the circulation and consumption of unbranded and unfortified edible oils in Nigeria, also explores concessions giving options for a coordinated national response towards the adoption and promotion of unbranded and fortified edible oils. Addressing the gathering, the Director of Nutrition, Federal Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Mrs. Ladidi Bakuayegusi, noted that 67% of Nigerians consume unbranded oil, while only 31% of oils are fortified. The Director of Nutrition, who said the federal government has mandated that all nutrition policies must prioritize fortification, added that the meeting aims to foster collaboration, incorporating grassroots perspective from state teams. The Permanent Secretary, Minister of Budget and Planning, Abia State, Lady Magdalene Owu, explained the disadvantages of unsaturated oils that affect the health of Nigerians.
A lot of them have unsaturated fats. A lot of them are not produced in a hygienic environment.
On his part, the Senior Special Advisor, Civil Society Scaling Up Nutrition in Nigeria, Dr. David Olayemi, said there was need for the country's regulatory bodies to monitor all cooking oils coming into the country and those produced locally.
Only 33% of families actually consume branded oil that are also likely to be fortified. That means that 2 out of every families in Nigeria actually consume unbranded and therefore unfortified oils.
On his part, the Director of Nutrition, National Primary Health Development Agency, Dr. Chukwemeka Obasi, who urged all participants to support the project, said recognizing food fortification as a key strategy to combat micronutrient deficiency in Nigeria was very necessary. In Abuja, Modupe Aduloju, Radio Nigeria.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
Health is in our hands. We all have a part to play. It's time to get informed. Take care from the start. Did you know HIV/AIDS, syphilis and hepatitis are preventable, treatable, and no longer a death sentence? Knowledge is power. You can live a productive and good life. Test, treat, and get the help you need. HIV can be managed with treatments. Syphilis is curable with antibiotics, and hepatitis can be prevented with a vaccine. Regular testing is key to staying safe. Together, we can stop the spread of HIV/AIDS, syphilis, and hepatitis. Prevention is key. Get tested today. HIV/AIDS is not a death sentence. Awareness saves lives. Visit the nearest public health facility today. This message is from the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
To foreign news, China has increased their retaliatory tariffs on U.S. imports to 84% after Donald Trump's 104% levies on Chinese goods kicked in earlier today. This comes after China's foreign ministry insisted that the country would fight to the end against Trump's tariffs if compelled, and accused the White House of bullying practices. In his first comments since China's announcement, President Trump told businesses that now was a great time to move to the U.S. Meanwhile, the European Union is preparing a range of counter tariffs, including a 25% tax on U.S. products such as motorbikes, luxury boats, and orange juice. Sports update is next.
Relegation-haunted Lobby Stars of Makurdi are currently hosting leaders Remo Stars at their adopted ground, the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, Enugu, in a rescheduled March Day 30 fixture of the Nigeria Premier Football League (NPFL). Victory for Remo Stars will move them closer to claiming the league title, while victory for Lobby Stars would be almost inconsequential as it will leave them still in the bottom of the table. Another rescheduled game, a March Day 31 fixture, will be held tomorrow at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, Lagos, between Ikorodu City and Katsina United. In the Nigeria Women Football League (NWFL), Ibom Angels are playing Niger Rattles in one of the March Day 11 fixtures. Delta Queens are hosting Adamawa Queens in Asaba, while Abia Angels are engaging Heartland Queens at the Umahia Township Stadium. Remo Ladies and Edo Queens are in a top of the table encounter, while in Lagos, Danas Ladies are up against Ekiti Queens. In other fixtures, a North Central derby is on between playoff chasing Nasarawa Amazons and relegation-threatened Confluence Queens in Lafia, just as Benue Queens travel to face Bayelsa Queens. In volleyball, record winners Al Khali of Egypt are the first team to make it through to the semi-final of the 2025 Africa Women Volleyball Club Championship taking place at the MKO Abiola National Stadium. Al Khali, who have won the championship 10 times, beat Prisons of Kenya 3-1, 25-12, 25-20, 22-25, and 27-25 to continue their quest for a record extended 11th title. Kenya Pipelines Company, who have been champions of the competition 5 times, are currently playing Army Patriotic of Rwanda, while later today, Zamalek of Egypt, winners of the last 2 editions, face Kenya Commercial Bank. That's it on Sports Update. I am Christy Dashi.
Well done, Christy. Commentaries on lauding federal government step on the increase of corps members' monthly allowance, written by Rashida Usman, corps member with our current affairs unit.
The federal government's recent payment of 77,000 naira to corps members is a commendable move that demonstrates its commitment to the welfare and development of Nigeria's youth. It is a welcome relief to many young Nigerians who have been serving their country through the National Youth Service Corps NYSC scheme. This increase in allowance is a testament to government's willingness to listen to the concerns of its citizens and take concrete steps to address them. For months, Corps members have been advocating for increase in their allowance, citing the rising cost of living and the need for a more realistic stipend. The federal government's response to these calls is a clear indication of its willingness to listen to the concerns of its citizens and take concrete steps to address them. The impact of this increased allowance cannot be overstated. For many Corps members, the payment has a major impact in their purchasing power, enabling them to better support themselves during their service year. For instance, there was a viral video on social media of 2 Corps members who went to the market to buy live chickens to celebrate the payment. This is not an indication that they have never eaten chicken before, but an expression of happiness and financial relief. With the increase, some may no longer have to rely on their parents or guardians for financial support or struggle to make ends meet on a meager stipend. It is a well-deserved recognition of the valuable contributions that Corps members make to national development. This move will also boost the morale of Corps members, motivating them to contribute even more meaningfully to their host communities and places of primary assignment. While this development is a step in the right direction, there is still room for improvement in areas that require attention to make the NYSC scheme more effective and beneficial to Corps members. These include exploring ways to enhance the NYSC experience, such as considering ways to further increase the allowance of Corps members to keep pace with the high cost of living, providing Corps members with improved welfare packages like accommodation and transportation, providing more resources for skills acquisition programs that equip them with the skills required to succeed in today's competitive job market, providing entrepreneurship development training for Corps members to empower them with the requisite knowledge and skills to start and manage their own businesses after the service year, technology integration and digital literacy, as well as mental health support services to help them cope with challenges of the NYSC scheme. Furthermore, stakeholders, including state governments, local authorities, and private sector organizations, should collaborate with the federal government to ensure that Corps members are provided with conducive working environments, adequate infrastructure, and opportunities for career advancements. As much as the NYSC members acknowledge and appreciate this positive step, there is need to continue to provide more support to them and more resources allocated towards empowering Nigeria's youth. In doing so, the government can create a brighter future for the nation's young people and unlock their full potential for the benefit of the country.
That commentary on loading federal government step on the increase of Corps members' monthly allowance was written by Rashida Usman and presented by Jeremiah Jimmy. For weather update, residents of Abuja, Makurdi, Kanu, Kaduna and Gusau are experiencing cloudy weather with temperature range of 28 to 40 degrees Celsius. In the south, cloudy weather amid localized thunderstorms prevail over parts of Asaba, Port Harcourt and Lagos with a temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. To end the news, a recap of our major stories. Minister of Finance's taxed African governments on 24-hour customs duty processing time. Stakeholders have advocated government support for independent democratic institutions. Health experts have cautioned Nigerians against use of non-fortified and unbranded oil. And China's increased tariffs on U.S. imports to 84%. That's the news, edited by Conrad Lavi and the production team. I'm Fubara Pepo. Many thanks for listening.
Amuludun FM FM 99.1 ní Moniya Ìbàdàn ló máa múnú àwa dùn.
Jẹ́ ìwọ mọ̀ dí tí ṣiṣẹ́ òfin kúrò nínú ìṣẹ́ tíran kan fi ń ṣẹrú ìran kan tíran mẹ̀kúnnù ń fagbára ṣiṣẹ́ láì mórí bọ́ nínú ìṣẹ́ tíran bọ̀rọ̀ kìíní ń rọrọ̀ láì ṣiṣẹ́ agbára irú ìlànà òṣèlú wo là ń lò lórílẹ̀‐èdè tíran mẹ̀kúnnù fi dìde láì ṣe pé kò sí nǹkan tó lè gbé wọn dìde kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé àwọn tí wọ́n yan mẹ̀kúnnù jẹ àti ìlànà tí wọ́n fi yan mẹ̀kúnnù jẹ ni mẹ̀kúnnù ń gbé lárugẹ ẹni àìgbọ́n pa ló pọ̀ ẹni ọgbọ́n pa ò tó nǹkan wàyí o àsìkò ti tó fáwọn mẹ̀kúnnù láti gbé ọgbọ́n kalẹ̀ káwòye sí n tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ìyànnànà amòye Bọ́lá Sídík lórí ètò ìlanilọ́yẹ̀ tá a pe àkọlé rẹ̀ ní àpérò mẹ̀kúnnù níbi tí ó ti máa pàdé amòye Bọ́lá Sídík àtàwọn mẹ̀kúnnù onílàákàyè tí wọ́n máa la àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù lọ́yẹ̀ nípa òṣèlú ìdàgbàsókè àtàròjinlẹ̀ tá a fi ń ṣèlú tìlú fi ń gún tìlú fi ń ga táwọn ìran mẹ̀kúnnù ó fi bọ́ nínú ìlànà ìṣèjọba ìmúnisìn àtàwọn olóṣèlú afẹ̀tànmúnisìn ẹ̀yin mẹ̀kúnnù ẹ̀tọ́ yín ogún ìpín yín kọ́kọ́rọ́ ọ̀nà àbáyọ yín máa gbafẹ́fẹ́ lórí ìkànnì Amúlùdùn rédíò Nàìjíríà 99.1 FM Ìbàdàn gbogbo ọjọ́rú Wednesday láàrin aago 9 sí 10 alẹ́ fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ máa polówó ọjà àti ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ ṣonígbọ̀wọ́ ètò ẹ pè sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 08085682103 àpérò mẹ̀kúnnù yìí ìpín mẹ̀kúnnù ní.
ẹni tó kọ́ ló mọ̀ kàbíra wa mẹ̀kúnnù ìyá ń jẹ wá Nàìjíríà o tálákà wa ń jìyà o.
hallelujah jésù kú ó sì jíǹde lọ́jọ́ kẹta gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe wí ìdí nìyí tí iléeṣẹ́ Amuludun 99.1 FM Moniya Ìbàdàn ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ayẹyẹ àjíǹde Easter cantata pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ kan ẹ̀ka ti ìjọba àbílẹ̀ Akínyẹlé lọ́jọ́ Monday ọjọ́ 21 oṣù kẹrin ọdún 2025 April 21 2025 bẹ̀rẹ̀ láago kan ọ̀sán 1 p.m. lórí pápá ìṣeré Amuludun 99.1 FM Ìbàdàn gbogbo ènìyàn ni à ń retí láti ṣàjọyọ̀ ikú àti àjíǹde Jésù nípa orin kíkọ ìdíje nínú bíbélì choreography àti eré orí ìtàgé lára àwọn àlejò pàtàkì ọjọ́ náà ni Honorable Olúṣẹ́gun Ọláyíwọlá Ọ̀yọ́ State Commissioner for Establishment and Training Honorable Wọlé Akínlẹ̀yẹ Executive Chairman Akínyẹlé Local Government His Royal Majesty Ọba James Ọ̀dẹ́níran Alákínyẹlé ti ìlú Akínyẹlé àwọn ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run alààyè ìgbìmọ̀ ayẹyẹ àjíǹde Easter cantata 2025 lábẹ́ alága wọn Pastor Mrs. Anu Olúwafámísìn olùgbàlejò àgbà ọjọ́ náà ni Reverend SP Àjàsá Kan Chairman Akínyẹlé Local Government àti alàgbà Stephen Agbájé General Manager Amuludun 99.1 FM ẹ má gbàgbé o lọ́jọ́ Monday ọjọ́ 21 oṣù kẹrin ọdún 2025 April 21 2025 ní dédé aago kan ọ̀sán 1 p.m. ní pápá ìṣeré Amuludun fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ pè 08034333881 tàbí 08030729065 Jésù ń retí rẹ o.
appreciation mo dúpẹ́ oníbùwọ̀rẹ́ bàbá gbọ́ pẹ́.
ọpẹ́ olóore àdáǹdátán ẹbí Dámilọ́lá ń lo àsìkò yìí láti fi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin ẹlẹ́yinjú àánú tí ẹ dìde ìrànlọ́wọ́ lásìkò tí wọ́n ń gba ìtọ́jú lọ́wọ́ ní ilé ìwòsàn aládàáni kan ní ìlú Ìbàdàn wọ́n dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà tí ẹ ti fi owó ránṣẹ́ sí wọn.
orúkọ mi Adékúnlé Dámilọ́lá mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà tẹ́ ẹ dìde fún èmi àti ìdílé wọ́n ti fún wa lówó tẹ́ ẹ fi ránṣẹ́ sí wa o Ọlọ́run á dìde ìrànlọ́wọ́ sẹ́yìn náà ẹ̀yin náà ò ní jìyà ìyà ò ní jẹ yín o.
ní báyìí a ti kó owó tí ẹ san rà fún arábìnrin Dámilọ́lá àti dókítà tí Ọlọ́run lò láti dóòlà ẹ̀mí wọn fún ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá tún fẹ́ ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ sí ẹ fi owó ránṣẹ́ sí àkáǹtì nọ́mbà yìí 4266755011 4266755011 FCMB Akínsànyà Gbẹ̀ngà a gbàdúrà pé a ò ní fi rẹ́ gbà o aláàánú kò ní wọ̀nyí náà ẹ ṣé púpọ̀.
Àyìndé ti dé olórí ọba. Àpèdè ara fáwọn tó mọ̀ yìí ọ́. Àyìndé ti dé olórí ọba. Àpèdè ara fáwọn tó mọ̀ yìí ọ́. olórin ọba tó peléke. afàgbọ̀nsalẹ̀ gbódù tó lóyìn ọ́. tó bá ti rórí kò máa yí rojú. tó bá ti rórí kò máa yí kankan. Àyìndé o Àyìndé ọba àpèjẹ ara. ẹsẹ̀ tí ẹ̀kọ́ làbárí tí mo gbé dé. ọmọdé tàgbà tó tó arére. àpèdè máa pé tànà mo tún dé. aláàjì àgbà mo tún gbé kan yọ. dimension of Fuji tí mo gbé dé. ó ti lé odò ó ti lé orin. ẹni bá mo dùn kó bá mi ká lọ o. mo tún ti Fuji padà o. sí new dimension. mo tún ti Fuji padà o. sí new dimension. ọmọ kékeré ń jó. àgbàlagbà wọn ń jó. ọmọ kékeré ń jó. àgbàlagbà wọn ń jó. lítúsọ̀rí ń jó. àwọn ọ̀sẹ̀rẹ̀ ń jó. àwa lálà nìtú ọkàn ojú torí ìlú wa ó fọgbọ́n yọ. àwa lálà nìtú ọkàn ojú. ìyànrè ọbẹ̀ rẹ̀ ìyànrè ọbẹ̀ rẹ̀ tẹ̀kọ́tọ̀ lẹ́lẹ́mí àgbẹ̀ o. bíbárí wọn dàgbédé o ẹ̀wọ̀n ojú ọbẹ̀ ẹ̀ mú yàn o. bíbárí wọn dàgbédé o ẹ̀wọ̀n ojú ọbẹ̀ ẹ̀ mú yàn o. iṣu parada ó díyan àgbàdo parada ó dẹ̀kọ́. bẹ́ẹ̀rẹ̀ bá parada á dàkàrà bí kò parada kó dé kuru. bí gàrí bá parada á dẹ̀ bá o. wọ́n lè wọn ò bá wọ́n wá wọn ò rí. wọ́n wá wọn ò rí. wọ́n lè wọn ò bá. gbogbo ọ̀nà tó mi bá wọn lọ wọ́n wá wọn ò rí. ṣé ká mú léwéléwé àbí ká mú lágbàlá àgbà o. tẹ́fà ní ká mú léwé orí tàbí ṣèwé kó kúrò lọ́rùn Àyìndé Ọlọ́ládé. bó jẹ́ ti sí ní ọ̀bọ yìí sí bó ṣe wà o. bó bá wá ṣe mí ṣe kàlàkì kéékèèké ń bá ohunkóhun tá a bá wà fi ní ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ìtàn ní lọ́la. ọmọdé ò bá tán o ó láti bá àrọ́bà ò àrọ́bà bá tán o kàtígórì o báyìí kàtígórì òun nílé ayé torí kàtígórì o báyìí kàtígórì òun nílé ayé. àràbà ti dún ra mú ojú ń bá rèrè lọ o bó tún ti yí fújì padà o sí ní dimension òkúre ọ̀sáré òkúre ọ̀sáré ẹni bá mọ̀ wẹ̀ kó kàn lù mí ẹni tí yóò bá lè wẹ̀ o bí ẹbí alákìjẹ ikú ọjọ́ sí tó jẹ́ tán bá kàn lù mí láti máa rí iná o àpapàwọ̀ fúnná gbé ń jáde abẹ́ni tí yóò bá lè wẹ̀ o bí ẹbí abẹ́ ẹja mú ikú ọjọ́ sí táwọn bá kàn lù mí látẹ̀bùtì ẹlẹ́fún wọn nígbò làwọn gbé ń yọ ò lébùté mẹ́ta ẹni tí ó bá lè wẹ̀ bí irú wọn kó máa ṣe bọ́ sómi agbẹ́dẹ́gbẹ́yọ̀ mọ́dé o agbẹ́dẹ́gbẹ́yọ̀ mọ́dé o ojú agbábíládé bálàjẹ́ máa jẹ́ bolóbèlè mọ́bèlè o àwọn odò kéékèèké àtọ̀sà pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ àwọn obìnrin òkun etílé lọ́kọ̀ onígbàkó lè rìn o tó bá jẹ́ ìdálàgbà lúkọ́ omi òkun àwọn fẹ̀sùn sùn ńláńlá tó ná lu òyìnbó àwọn ló láyà láti dókun àgbà mi nínú gbogbo commercial aircraft tó ná lu òyìnbó kọ́ńkọ́díyà ló yára ju gbogbo wọn lọ tó bá gbéra láti London lọ́dọ̀ Amẹ́ríkà o èyí táwọn tó kù ó dà 747 tán fi ń lo wákàtí méje tí wákàtí mẹ́jọ Concorde aircraft 3 hours 20 minutes ló fi rìn ọ́ 3 hours 20 minutes ló fi rìn ọ́ wákàtí mẹ́ta àtòkùn ìṣẹ́jú. nínú eré fújì ọlọ́mọ sí kàtà ní bàbá àgbàdo ìlà tó bá kó ó gbára ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọbẹ̀ wèrè pé balẹ̀ ó gbá kí ó kó a kì í fẹ́ sùúrùkú yàn ó àṣẹ ọlọ́run ọba èèyàn ti dé wọ òrìṣà o ìran ìṣàwòrò létí omi ìyẹn ní ilé wa létí omi ìyẹn ní ilé wa ní ó da dimension o ọmọdé ìjó ìjó àìdé alágbàjọ ìjó àìdé olówó ìjó ìjó àìdé ọlọ́lá ìjó ìjó àìdé. tọmọ òde sì fà ó ẹsì kémi alájí àgbà tọmọ alamusala ó ọmọ adákẹjà bí èṣù ó ẹni tọ́lọ́wọ́ lè mú o ọlọ́run ìṣẹ̀dá olúwa ẹ̀ o gbogbo wàhálà wàlé ayé wa nàjà kí láwa àwọn wàlé ayé mọ̀yà fún. ayé lọ́jà ó ti dájú o ọ̀run ní ibùgbé gbogbo wa o. olùkọ́ ṣe tiẹ̀ ó yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ kún ṣe tiẹ̀ ó yanjú àrẹ̀sà ṣe tiẹ̀ ó yanjú orí mi jà fún mi ẹ̀dá mi jà fún mi ẹlẹ́dàá mi máa kọ́ fún mi jẹ́ láṣẹ là nílé ayé mi tí ń bá kú bàbá ẹnìkan ò lè gbẹ́mí sí i o wípé lóhùn ìṣe ilé àárọ̀ máa fọ́ pawó ayé ò ní padà alájì àyìndé kéwúrẹ́ olóyún kó fọmọ náà bí máa lù ú mórí dájú ìgbà onípadà àjì àyìndé kéwúrẹ́ olóyún kó fọmọ náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ìyẹn ti dájú. ewúrẹ́ ń wà lápá tàbí kókú àgùntàn ń wà lápá tàbí kó lọ sọ́run ọ. bọ́lọ́hún ọba rí ìtayà mi n ò ní rí ìtayà ara mi. ṣìbẹ̀bí ní sàwọ́bẹ̀ ó ṣeré ju 50 lọ. Haruna Ṣọlá ó wọ́n ṣeré ju 50 lọ. ẹ̀sà bàbá wa yìí ni wọ́n ṣeré ju 50 lọ. ọlọ́dúnjì bàbá lẹ́gbà ó wọ́n ṣeré ju 50 lọ. bọ́bí bẹ́ńsì wọ́n ṣeré ju 50 lọ. àyíkédà ìró wọ́n ṣeré ju 50 lọ. tèmi Àyìndé olórin ọba life is hard for you. ibi táwa béèrè fún ìdè lásìkò yìí torí ṣe ń bẹ o ìlú ń bẹ o tàlàfíà ń bẹ fàṣà ń bẹ o ability ń bẹ ọmọ wọn kò yìí lójú ọwọ́ àtẹpẹlẹsẹ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ìnáwó ẹ̀rọ fọ odò yìí bẹ́ẹ̀ rí wọ́ ìyẹn dá iṣẹ́ olúwa ẹ̀ fa orin ò ní fi mí lẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ bá mi ṣàmì náà ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń bẹ́tà wá lọ́mọdé pẹ́ lálàgbà lọ́kùnrin pẹ́ lóbìnrin àjọṣe wa ò ní bàjẹ́ ò kájọ láti pẹ́ láéláéláéláé ta ló máa ṣoríire àwa ṣoríire ọkùnrin aṣoríire obìnrin aṣoríire obìnrin aṣoríire gbogbo wa la ó ṣoríire àdìtú ọgbọ́n ẹgbẹ́ barista àgbòdùdé oyin mama. When next you want travel, make sure you buy your ticket from Obokun Travel. Na dem be the best. Na dem be the best. Na dem be the best. I know say dem be the best. That's why I say dem be the best. Dem dey for Tafawa Alewa Square. Wọ́n yẹ go and buy your ticket o. You go enjoy your money. Iṣẹ́ ààrẹ o ọmọọba Bọ́lá Kàdíré. Ibi iṣẹ́ ààrẹ o ọmọọba Bọ́lá Kàdíré. Tíkmọ̀rì àmọ́ Bọ́lá tó gómi o ọmọọba Bọ́lá Kàdíré. Ṣáídà tẹ̀kíà ààrẹ o gbogbo mọ́mí ní o ààrẹ obìnrin Nàìjíríà fún gbogbo mọ́mí ní o. Reservation level is never a problem. Maximum enjoyment wà á fi wọ́n. Ayé ìjọsìn ní ìjẹta bọ́dé ní ìsàlẹ̀ tó jẹ́ bọ́ ọ̀wá ilé ni wọ́n fẹ́ múná rò pọ̀mẹ́rù ọ̀wá mi wáyé. Ẹ̀sẹ̀ wọn ní kò ní ìmọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìyá bí lólu ìwádìí lẹ́nu ìgbẹ́tọ́. Ọmọ nípa ìwọ̀n kò gbọ́dọ̀ gbọ́ ọ̀fọ̀lẹ́. Ẹ̀sẹ̀ wọn ní kò ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìwọ̀n yìí yóò tó lọ́sẹ̀. Ajá àgbẹ̀yà ní ìyá omi. Ọmọ ẹ̀kẹ́ láàrin lọ́wọ́ ẹni. Ọmọ ìgbórí ẹ̀sìn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ìjẹ̀ta mọ́tò bá. Orí ọ̀la ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bọ́ lọ́jọ́ tá a rọ́pò ní ìjọba ìsàrè o àròkè èsì ọgbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́ pa ọmọ gbogbo ìjẹsàrè àròkè ìjẹsàrè o àròkè èsì ọgbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́ pa ọmọ gbogbo ìlàlíyàmọ́ ìṣàlá ìlàlíyàmọ́ ìṣàlá bọ́lákàdì ìlàlíyàmọ́ ìṣàlá òṣùpàdé ìṣàlá.
Afrowap.com.
Life for that way. Tèmi á dára. lápè. Tèmi á dára, ọ̀tẹ̀ ilé ọ̀tẹ̀ òde o, ẹ̀jẹ̀ lọ dákẹ́. Ọ̀nà wo la lè gbà? Tó bá ń dára fún ẹ, àwọn ọ̀tá bínú, a kò dára. Tó bá ń dára fún ẹ, àwọn ọ̀tá bínú, a kò dára. Ìwà ìtara pẹ̀lú inú níbí kò lè dáhùn kankan. Tó bá ń dára fún ẹ, àwọn ọ̀tá bínú, a kò dára. Ìwà ìtara pẹ̀lú inú níbí kò lè dáhùn kankan. Ẹni tó nàkà kan sọmọ làkejì o. Ẹni tó nàkà kan sọmọ làkejì o. Mẹ́rin tó kù, mẹ́rin tó kù kó máa jẹ tiwọn. Wọ́n yí dọ́bọ̀ orí wọn ta fà sókè àmọ́. Mẹ́rin tó kù, mẹ́rin tó kù kó máa jẹ tiwọn. Márìnrìn gbẹrẹ ó di lérò ní tèmi o. Alhaji mi Yusuf Salami mi o. Ọmọ Adébáyọ̀ mi àtàtà ó di ilé ọlọ́lá. Àyànfẹ́ mi ọkọ̀ra lajà amúdàlátù